Reading a poem. If you want a happy life, never make a beautiful woman your wife. Then how come all these models are married off? Stay tuned. All right, welcome to another episode of Claire here. This is the final episode for Volume 2, Pretty Privileged. I'm so excited. It's been a journey. I wanted to finish on my birthday. I'm 2 weeks late, but I want to take a week to myself. But I'm so excited to do it. If you wonder, the glitter, I filmed a Mamushi video inspired by Meg Thee Stallion, so I still have that. I'm going to change my hair real quick, but I just want to thank you guys so much. Pretty privilege is a topic that I can talk about all day, but thank you guys for your support, your feedback. I really appreciate growing with you guys. I can't wait to do another volume. So let's get into the first things first. Sometimes he doesn't marry you because you're not dumb enough. Like, sometimes I really feel like from the stories I've heard shared throughout TikTok and social media, like, when I hear these scenarios, like, sometimes, no offense, like, you're not naive enough. I don't like saying dumb because I feel like dumb doesn't exist, just lack of education. But sometimes you're not naive enough to get married. Sometimes it's because it's a Tuesday. Sometimes it's because you don't have all the Dragon Balls. Like, sometimes it's not that deep, but it's also deep. So that's why I said, like, with who a man chooses to be married by, like, I don't want y'all to take it personal, but I also don't want y'all to ignore the signs of someone who doesn't want to marry, vice versa. So we're going to bring up 3 cases. We have the case of Janae Aiko, which is just breathtaking. Miracle Watts, beautiful. Queen Naija, also beautiful, right? So these 3 women have in common is that they have given, no offense, their biggest bargaining chip away, which is their womb. When a man sits there and can create a kid with you, there's no enticement to get married, okay? And that brings me to my first point. My first point when it comes to being married is the fact that you need to understand men are very simple, but also very manipulative, okay? They're human. I feel like it's a case by case with them, but for the majority, when a man doesn't want to marry you, like, I know people are like, I rather hear from a man. I was just like, you guys listen to men, it hasn't worked, has it? So now you're gonna listen to a woman who has been around, who has two brothers who are married, and I used to have guy friends when I wasn't fine, right? There's something on the checklist that you're not clicking off right. Like, men literally have a mental checklist. Okay, attractive to me, laughs at my stupid jokes, this, right height. There's something on that mental checklist. Each man has a mental checklist, whether that's seeing, like, timing wise, like where he's at in his life, but the majority is that there's something on that checklist you're not checking for him. Now, a responsible adult would sit there and be like, okay, well, this person doesn't have what's on my checklist, let me just leave them on. But being with a woman is too lucrative. Even if you don't love a woman, I'm just telling you the mind of a man. I'm an observationalist. I have a degree in human behavior. Having access to a woman, even though you don't see her as a wife, is so lucrative. Sometimes you get free childcare, you get in-house kitty cat, you get the social aspect of it, because if you have a wife, like, people are more like, if you have a girlfriend or a family to talk about at work, you're more likely to get promoted to a promotion faster. Like, having a woman around is so lucrative. That is the key for y'all to know, that these men, no offense to them, will hold on to a woman they know they don't want to marry. Like I said, they have a mental checklist. There's something on the checklist you're not checking off, and they will still hold on to you because they know that having access to you through a kid, because once you have a kid with somebody, forget it. Like, they will always have access to you. You will always have to answer their text messages. You will always have to speak to them. Like, having a kid by a man before you get married, like, you just start the game over. Just start the game. It's like you lost your queen. All right? It's like you lost your queen. Start the game over. Start the game over. I promise you, there's a bigger chance of a meteorite hitting the earth than you getting wifed before you getting wifed. You already gave this man a kid. Men are the path of least resistance. If they're already getting the benefits of having a family, they're also getting it. Anyway, so the next thing is point B is timing. Timing is everything. Like, I don't know about y'all, but I was very dumb in my 20s. I think I'm still dumb now, but now it's in 4K. Now it's in 4K, but I really want y'all to know it's all about timing, because that's why you'll have someone and you'll be dating them for a while and y'all break up and they meet somebody in the middle of Publix, live in the South. They'll be in the middle of Publix or Cougars, is that how y'all say it in the Midwest and the mountains? They'll meet somebody and they're like, I'm gonna wife this person. Like, it's all about timing. Like, I literally had a homeboy who said, the next girl I date is gonna be my wife. He didn't say I'm looking for a wife. He didn't say I'm called to be a husband. He literally said the next person I date will be my wife. And I definitely attended their wedding. It was beautiful. They're still married to this day. But it's just the fact that he financially, he was there. You know, he had the money he wanted. He had the car he wanted. Literally just wanted the next person, and it was correct. Like, the next person was his girlfriend. He proposed after a year. Yes, he's black, before y'all try stuff. After a year he proposed, and then they got married within 2 years after that. They had a longer engagement. And I really want y'all to know that she didn't give him no kids. That's the one thing I can say about her, is that she was pretty adamant. I'm not going to give you a family for the discount. Okay. And this is not to judge any woman, because like I said, like, men are gross. Okay. Yes, I'm straight, but men are gross. Like, sometimes they'll literally sit there and know you not their wife and just hold on to you. Like, that to me, like, if you know you're not going to stay at a job long term and then you get your name laminated on the door, like, you know you're not going to be here for that long term, I feel like that's gross. I feel like it's a lack of communication. But definitely, for sure, like, it's mostly about timing. So that's why I don't recommend getting married under 25. I feel like a good sweet spot is about anything closer to 30 is a good sweet spot. Because, like, I feel like you're dumb. I don't know how to describe it, but you dumb. Like, you don't really have it yet. The maturity's not there. Even at 33, I'm still kind of like, I feel like I'm still too young to be somebody's parent. And it's not that I'm immature, like, it's just, which is true, I am immature, I play so much, but it's just mentally wise, I still got a couple of things. I got like 2 more things I need to work out before I can truly sit there and lead somebody after me, you know, because your kids are basically your first students, and your kid, you are your kid's first teacher. I still feel like I still have a couple of lesson plans I want to work out before I bring somebody into that. But I feel like anything under 25 is definitely a no-no. That's why I'll be married by 23, divorced by 33. Like, there's a reason why, you know, all jokes aside, that pattern's there, because like I said, it's all about timing. It's all about timing. I feel like it's all about timing. I feel like a lot of people will sit there and think that, oh, well, you know, it's all about time. It's all about the person, as well as like the case by case. There's no Krabby Patty secret formula to getting married. It's a case by case scenario. Like, you can have it where a man really has everything going for him, but he still wants to play, you know, jouer un petit grasse, more. Like, he wants to play some more, basically. Like, he is not done playing yet, or he sees his homeboys aren't done yet. Like, sometimes they'll go based off, like, there's a sociological effect to that, as well, as that maybe his homeboys aren't done playing yet, so he wants to still continue to play. So I feel like there's that aspect as well. Like, a lot of people don't understand, like, it's so multifaceted of why a man wants to marry you. And I'm glad that I brought this into pretty privilege, as I tie it into that in a couple of minutes. But definitely timing is everything. So I'm not saying like, go to each graduation, you want to get married, you know, like, I'm not saying you should do that, because like I said, some people have like a mental clock in their head. Like me, when I do eventually become a mom to somebody, it's going to be more towards the end of my 30s, because I feel like there's just certain things I have to work out. Now, you can't be perfect. There's nothing that's perfect, but there is a better time to do things. So mentally, I just feel like it's all about timing that goes on both sides. So the way this ties into pretty privilege, I know it took a while to get to the point, but is the fact that people always think, okay, well, I'm pretty with my ring. Like a lot of people feel like because they're attractive that they deserve a ring. And there is some validity to that, because there's been plenty of times where like a man be like, I think I found my wife. You said nothing to her. You have not spoken to her. You have not said more than 2 words to this person. You said you think you found your wife. You know nothing of this woman. You don't even know her favorite color. You don't know how she look like in the morning. You don't know if she's smelly. You don't know if, she likes Harry Potter, if she likes Hunger Games. Like, you don't know anything about this person. You don't know if they're kind. You don't know if they're good with kids. You don't know if they're good. You don't know if they're a good role model for your child. Like, y'all just sit there and go based off of looks, and the divorce shows that you do, okay? Because you can only be fine for so long. Yeah, you fine, but I'm hungry now. Oh, this person doesn't cook, or this person doesn't do this. Damn, I really don't like this person. Like, there's just so many aspects to beauty that, even with that blanketed statement at the beginning where it says, never make a fine person your wife or whatever. I was like, that's cap, because I feel like you should have somebody who you're attracted to, because I don't want you to roll over and be like, ah! Like you roll over, and you roll back and be like, actually, let me call my ex up real quick. There's no reason behind it, but I do feel like there is that mindset, because I think I want to explain the quote why they say that is because, let's face it, when you have an attractive partner, male or female, they're always going to garner attention, whether their ring is on or not. And I feel like even with your ring on, like, people still try it. Like, yes, we'll joke here and there and be like, oh, this person's so attractive or respectively, but like, we're the respectful ones. There's people that they don't care if that ring is on that finger, or they don't care if the ring's on the finger. They don't care about none of that. Like, as long as the person's attractive, they'll work out the details. Like, literally, a man or a woman will literally have the ring right on their finger, and these people do not care. They do not give 1, 2, 3, or 4 flying. Okay, like, it's just the fact that, do you want to have to look over your shoulder all the time? But that's why I said, like, when you're choosing your partner to get married to, you want to choose somebody not solely based on look. Like I said, you don't want to roll over, and then kick them out the bed. Like, who let you in here? Unhand me. You don't want to have any instances of that, but I do want y'all to really go after the character. Like I said, like, we're all aging. Like me, I've been doing content creation for 4 or 5 years, and I see that I've aged already. And it's a beautiful thing because it's an honor. But it's just, I can see I've aged already. Like, imagine how I'm going to look like 20, 30, 40 years from now, So you want to get somebody who can still make you laugh, someone who still has good characteristics. Like, the first thing y'all say whenever y'all ask somebody, hey, I'm talking to this person, is they fine? No, my first question, are they kind? So many people do not like you and they marry you. Like, so many people are meanie heads and y'all still marry these people. Like, how y'all out here marrying these meanie heads? Like, I'm so confused. Like, why are you still marrying this person and they're so rude to everybody? They're not kind. Kindness to me stretches out beyond whatever mood's going on. I need somebody who's going to be nice to me, or just cordial no matter what's going on. There's some people, like, once they're upset with you, they won't get their way. Okay, once they're upset with you, they won't get their way. It's over. So that's why I said, like, me personally, like, I really want y'all to really focus on finding good characteristics, and the looks come after. Like I said, I'm not saying that you need to be with some super gremlin, but I do feel like there's something about the fact that y'all are so adamant about finding someone who your friends find attractive that scares me, because it's the social media age. Back in the day, if you were dating an ugly person, people didn't know. Okay, people didn't know. You were just happy with your creative looking partner's face, and then you guys lived happily ever after. But social media has changed the requirements for your partner. Like, for example, like with Miracle Wash, Janae Eiko, and Queen Naija, 3 women who have a general consensus are beautiful. The men they're with do not want to wife them up, no matter how fine they are. And it's not one of those scenarios where I'm just like, okay, well, they're most people's preferences. It's just in general, I think it wouldn't have mattered what they look like. At the end of the day, the men they're with, there's something on their checklist that they are not checking off. But this is where the men are incorrect, is that if you know this person's already failing this class, why do you have them still in your classroom? Kick them out so they can start over with somebody else. But the biggest fear is that they're afraid they're going to lose access to their kid. They're afraid they're going to lose access to this person's energy. And that's where the misconception stops, because I still feel like to this day, wasting somebody's time is invaluable. Like, I'd rather you sit there and say, Claire, you gave me $300 and I wasted it. That I can forget. But my time, I only get one time to do everything. This is not rehearsal. This is the real thing. So if you disagree, if you don't agree, it's the final episode of Pretty Privilege, Volume 2. And then I will, of course, be doing a full-on review of my favorite episodes and overall Pretty Privilege mindset. So don't forget to subscribe, share. It's what? Haire.